Hey y'all, my name is Meaghan Goddard, and for my math manipulative, I chose money dice and coins. The standard I chose is for 2nd grade. It is find the value of a group of coins and determine combinations of coins that equal a given amount that is less than 100 cents, and solve problems involving dollar bills, quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies using money signs and cent symbols appropriately. I will be focusing on coins and combinations of coins, using amounts less than 100 coins. For this, I will be using quarters, which are worth 25 cents, dimes, which is worth 10 cents, nickels, which are worth 5 cents, and pennies, which is worth 1 cent. To use this math manipulative, students will be placed in pairs and use the money sort handout to play a math game. Students will take turns one at a time and roll the cent dice, and whatever cent the dice lands on is the cent they have to find in the pile of coins. If the student finds the correct coins in a pile, then they will have to color in the square that represents that coin on the handout. And then the next student will go. Each student will have a different color crayon or color highlighter to color in the square. The goal for this game is to have the most squares filled on your paper that are shaded in your color crayon or highlighter. If students are unable to find the wrong coin, then the next person will go. Student A is using the pink highlighter and student B is using the red highlighter. So in this game, student A, the pink highlighter, will take the dice, roll it once, and they got 1 cent. So student A will have to find the 1 cent penny, and then they will come over to the paper and use their pink highlighter, scan through the paper to find the 1 cent. And they will outline the 1 cent. Student B will take their red marker and they will roll the dice and get 1 cent. So student B will find the penny, which is worth 1 cent, and then they will find it on the sheet if there is an open available one, and they will outline theirs. And then once the whole sheet is filled up, whoever's color is most shown outlining a number will win this round. Once students fill in the money sort handout, students will then receive the combining coins sort handout. This game will be the same concept and goal of the first game, but students will roll 2 dice and will have to add the coins together to get the total amount of 2 coins. Students will then find the new total on the handout and color it in. To win, students need to have the most squares shaded in on the handout. In the combining coins sort, student A in the pink will go first. She will roll 2 dice, and then she will take the 5 cent and the 10 cent and add them together, and she will find them over here, and she will add those together to make 15 cent, and she will find them on the sheet, outline it. Then student B in the red will roll, and she will roll a 10 cent and a 5 cent, and she will find those in coins, and then she will add the 2 together to get 15 cent, and then she will outline it. With the combining money sort, you can also have students write out numbers on a piece of paper or on a whiteboard. So, for example, given in the game, you can have students write out the amount they get on the first dice roll and then the amount they get on the second dice roll, which was 10 cent and 5 cent. They can do this, and by doing this, you can check for their understanding of combining 2 coins with the values less than 100. So to finish this, they would draw the line and an addition problem, so they would have, and then they would work it out, and then students can fill in their squares on their activity sheet. And students also would probably enjoy working out on the whiteboard because they love getting to use the whiteboard. But every time they did that, they would have to erase their work. So I think it'd be better if they wrote it on a piece of paper, like so you can see what the students did and how they got their answer for each problem. Also, for this math manipulative, using the coins, you would have to go over what each coin is, like previously in the video, but you will also have to clear up a common misconception students have where they think that the nickel comes after the quarter because what the size is of each coin, and then they would think the penny would go next because that's the next biggest one, and then the dime would go next. But you would have to clear up that the size, it's in a different order and it's not based on the size, and that it's based on the amount. So just like we did in the video earlier with the quarter was 25, then the dime is 10, even though it's the smallest one, it goes after the 25 cent, the quarter, and then it goes the nickel, which is 5 cents, and then the penny, which is 1 cent. And that's a common misconception kids have with coins, just going based off the size and not based off the amounts. But I think it'd be a great idea to have this posted somewhere in the classroom. Whenever I was doing an earlier field placement, I was in a first and second grade class, and they were learning about money, and both teachers had up on their wall a quarter, and it was worth 25 cents, and it had 25 cents out beside it, and then a dime worth 10 cents, had 10 cents out beside it, a nickel, a picture of the nickel worth 5 cents, and then a picture of a penny, and then 1 cent, and then it was worth 1 cent. So I think it's just a great visual thing for students to always have, and just to be able to, look right over at it on the wall. And this could be helpful to them when they're first learning about it. And then you could always just take poster board or something and just cover it when you want to do like a summative or formal assessment, just to see what they learned from this, and that not to be a resource then, just to see what they know on their own, but it's a great resource for students to have. This video consisted of 8 coins, 2 quarters, 2 dimes, 2 nickels, and 2 pennies. Also, 2 dice for the game. Also, a standard sheet with the second grade math standard for coins. The money sort for the first activity. The combining coin sort for the second game. And 2 highlighters for students A and B during the games. So much for watching my video about money dice and coins. Have a great day.